Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to hashtag slow stitch shenanigans. This is a collaboration I am doing with my friend Alia, and we are inviting you to come along and stitch with us each month. At the end of our project in December, we are going to trade books with each other, but you guys can stitch with us each month and follow along on the super easy prompts that we have if you would like to do that. So I have finished, we did January, and so this is my little doll I'm working on. She needs hair. But anyway, that's not for this project. It's just she stays in my little sewing box so I can work on her. So this is going to be my cover, which I said in the last video I'm not going to do until the end because I don't know what I want the cover to look like just yet. So I'm going to save that. And then this was January's page, and I have done some more stitching on it since I showed it in January because it just looked really plain and safe. So as I go through the book, I think that I'll be adding things, you know, just to kind of touch them up before the end of the project. So that was January. Like, I think I really do want to put more of the green in here to go over the little leaves there, but not too much. So I'll probably will add as I go, like on any of the pages. This is my February page that when this video comes out will be finished, but right now this is it. And I have stitched a word across the top. I'm not done. And I've pulled that out. I've put on some other stitches. I've pulled those out. I can't get this page right, and I don't know why. I want it to be Valentine's, even though you're going to see this. Let me think. When does this come out? The 15th. You're going to see it the day after Valentine's. But I just thought it was appropriate that February have that kind of thing. Okay, the prompt for February is to use an unusual fabric. Felt, wool, you know, something just not everyday cotton. And I thought I had another one, but I can't find it. But what I'm using is felt, and it was a little heart. It was sewn together, and it was stuffed, so they were puffy. I bought them at Dollar Tree a long time ago. So I took it apart and took the stuffing out, and I'm using the felt for my little hearts here. So then I thought, so I keep going back and forth with this page. So I made this little envelope. Here I made a little letter. It was taller. I took that off. I didn't like it. Here I am. Like, it's cute-ish like this. So I've been going through my button jar here. One of them. It has a lot of red and pink in it. So I thought a red button would be cute. And then I bought this ribbon. Well, I got it at the bins the other day after I had already started this. So I thought, oh, that would have been really cute. But I don't want to start this page over, and I don't want to take all of this off. So I thought maybe it could just be an accent. And then, you know, in my first video I showed you guys, I had that container of rickrack and things like that I inherited. So I feel like maybe I could put it here. I think it's a little plain like this, although it's cute. And I was going to stitch a word on here, but I think that prompt is coming up next month or so. I don't know. One of the months has where you put a word or something, a sentiment on there. So I don't know. I think I like the little white buttons to go on here. And then I need to find a small red button maybe to put there. Maybe to make it look like a wax seal or something like that. Almost want to take this envelope apart and redo it or take it off, but part of me does not want to do that in here. I also inherited tons of buttons, and that's why it didn't fit in my own button collection because it was a lot. But there's some really, like, let me show you. One of these days I'm going to do just a button show and tell. But look at this one. I've never seen one with 6 holes in it. And then I love the shape of this one. So, but it's not really white, so I don't know if it would show up. But anyway, lots of fun buttons in here, and I just love just going through them. So maybe one day I'll do a video and we can go through them together, because there's some really fun ones in here. But for now, I'm looking for a tiny red one. Oh, this one's even tinier, so that might work. Could put that on there. So I thought about that. That's kind of cute to put that. And maybe it doesn't have to have any more. Or I take this off. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys where I am. So far, I'm wondering if this is my issue or I just need to get over wanting to use this ribbon. Anyway, here I am waffling on here. So this is where I am now. I have bits and pieces, some threads, things like that picked out for it. I've designated this little container here to be the page of the month bin. So, and I will be back to show you what it is I come up with for February's page. You guys go over to Alia's channel and let's go see what she has done for February's page. I can't wait to see it. Her January page turned out so cute. I loved it so much. So I am excited to see what this month brings for her. So you guys hop over there and let's watch her video and see what she's done this month. Here I'm just making some French knots, and then you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I stitched a bunch of stitches at the top there of the little page, and then I ended up just taking it out again. How many of you voted to take the little envelope off? Because I sure did. I cut it down and I made it smaller, and then I just took it off. So let me see if I can get over it. So this is my February page. So I think it has enough on it now. I do have to sew these down. I just realized I hadn't done that. So right here I just put the little French knots. I combined some red and white thread and sewed down the bow. Just needed something in this corner, so I found a pretty button and I put that on there. So that's it. I think that is going to be it. Whoop, again, I need to sew those. But I think I'm trying to decide if I want them to or not, but I think it kind of helps carry the button theme and a little more of that pearly white on there. And you guys, again, come along and join us. We're going to stitch once a month, and the prompts are really easy because we're learning here, and we didn't want big major projects because we already have 2 other collaborations, but we did want to try our hand at some slow stitching and trade our books at the end. The prompts are not hard. They're listed down in the description. You can see last month was just collage. This month is to use an unusual kind of fabric, and what I used was a little heart. It was stuffed that I got a package of at Dollar Tree, and I took the stuffing out and used the 2 sides, and they are like a soft felt. That was my different kind of unusual fabric that I used this month. So added rickrack that I inherited in a lot of sewing goodies. And so this also is like seam binding, but it's the bigger, wider one. So that's what I have used on my page for February. I'm excited to get to March because I think it's going to have like a spring theme with flowers and that type of thing. So hopefully I don't struggle as much as I did with February's page, but I think it turned out all right. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I will see you in the next video. And again, let's go see what Alia created in her book this month. See you in the next one. Bye.